Okay, motivational seminar. We're talking about how we, as people, human beings, can often never be satisfied because we always make a lot of changes. They're either in our clothes, our decorations, music, hygiene. This is something someone said. Maybe we have a change on our outlook on life, our friends, where we live, our job. Okay? When we are not satisfied, again, we are using our emotions, and if we don't plan to cope or deal with it and learn to compromise or settle, sometimes we have to settle, sometimes we have to realize that that's life, that's just the way it's going to be. We can be happy. Once we're happy, we can be content. And in order to be content is we become unmovable or convinced that the way we live our life is good enough for me. I'm happy. No one has to tell me what to do or, whatever. So however you're living your life, that is what makes you content. Okay. Now, we also talked about our plan. We have plans. But we also have things that will interfere in our plan, which are stresses, triggers, and blockers. And our triggers, of course, are usually memories, smells, taste, songs, things like that. Blockers would be money, people, and time, and unexpected things. Okay, now because of unexpected things, we have to realize that we have needs, wants, and priorities. So our needs are always things that for self-survival, and then our wants are things that it's okay to want things, but if it's to sacrifice your needs, then that's not good because then they become priorities, which could also take away from your needs. So. You got to decide on what you're going to do and why you're doing it. What's your motivation? What's your motive? So with our choices, we have to consider what they are because our choices will dictate or define the consequences. Okay, so whatever we decide to do, we have to realize that the unexpected things could happen because of choices that we made. There could be bills, expenses, illness, a trauma, loss, maybe somebody's suing us, we get a ticket, maybe even we got arrested for something stupid that we did, okay? But that's when we sacrifice by making choices or decisions that will compromise or sacrifice our needs, okay? So if you can be content with your life in the things that you do and the things that you have, your choices will be very easy, okay? It's either going to be yes or no. Sometimes maybe, but that's going to depend on who you are dealing with. So you have a right to decide, and a yes and no answer would be so much easier than maybe or probably or whatever, okay? So I think that's all we talked about today. So the main thing is to learn to have a life that you can feel comfortable in and secured and uncomplicated. You want to simplify your life. You don't want to go buy something that's going to cost you more money to maintain it. So, that could be anything, too. You could rent a washer and dryer, and by the time you're finished renting it, you could have gone across the street and done a whole load of laundry for a lot cheaper, So those are the kind of things, like I said, but the choices that you make will define or dictate the consequences. So a well-thought-out plan will have that all taken care of, okay? And also your extra bills or expenses, illnesses, trauma, losses, all those things will also be considered in your plan, okay? And as long as we have control over our emotions, we would be able to make better choices and better decisions. We would have better choices and make better decisions. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.